Versatile Mage. Chapter 501. White-clothed person, psychic element. Chen Yi stared at her mother, Jiang Feng, in disbelief. She could not understand why Jiang Feng would ask her to do such a thing. However, the white cloth was covering her mother's face, making it impossible for Chen Yi to see her expression. "Are you out of your mind? How could you ask her to do that?" yelled Zhao Yulan. Even an advanced magician would be burned to ashes when moving closer to the fiery sorceress. Chen Yi would simply walk to her death. The fact that the sneak attack had worked the first time did not mean the fiery sorceress, who was now on alert, would spare Chen Yi's life. "Just believe me," said Jiang Feng confidently. "But Chen Yi hesitated. For a moment, she couldn't think. "Chen Yi, listen to me. Do it quickly. We can only freeze her for a short time. Do you seriously want to see everyone here killed by this fire demon beast? Just do what I say, and you'll be fine. Kill her, and there won't be any more casualties. The fire calamity fruit will also replenish my health, and your father's status will rise," Jiang Feng said with a hint of excitement. Chen Yi bit her lip. She believed her mother would not lie to her. An icy spike appeared in her hand. The spike was similar to a spear, but both ends were sharp. One could only hold it with both hands in the middle. The icy flicker from the sharp edges implied that the weapon contained a deadly poison. "Walk forward, don't worry, you'll be fine. Walk up to her and stab her in the heart," urged Jiang Feng. Chen Yi seemed to be very obedient when it came to listening to her mother. She actually held the icy weapon and walked toward the fiery sorceress, who was frozen in ice. The fiery sorceress was like a statue, completely stationary. The ice was transparent, so she could see Chen Yi walking toward her. The girl was less than 100 meters away. The dark flame was able to destroy everything within 100 meters. Normally, if Chen Yi took a few more steps forward, the domain of dark flame would burn her into ashes. "You weren't like this before." Zhao Yulan turned his head and glanced at Jiang Feng, who was wrapped in white cloth. "A person will always change," said Jiang Feng. "But what if the dark flame actually burns Chen Yi to death?" Zhao Yulan said in a deep voice. "It won't. You're that confident. I won't play around with your daughter's life." "She's your daughter too," reminded Zhao Yulan. The fiery sorceress was frozen. The ocean of flames that had been spreading wildly was finally under control. Mo Fan and his group were finding a way out of the place when they realized that only the area where Zhao Yulan, Jiang Feng, Shiguo, and the others stood was free of fire. They were trying to cross the place when they saw Chen Yi walking toward the fiery sorceress. "Brother, wait." The half-conscious Xingxia suddenly uttered softly. "What is it?" asked Mo Fan with a confused look. "Stop, Chen Yi, stop her." Xingxia seemed to be extremely weak. The overwhelming mental pressure had left her in a half-dreaming state. She still could not regain full consciousness and was mumbling her words. Xingxia's voice was blurred. She seemed to be saying something else, yet the group could not figure out what she meant. Mo Fan could roughly make some sense of it. Xingxia was asking him to stop Chen Yi after seeing what Chen Yi was trying to do in her current half-conscious state. "Look after her," Mo Fan said as he placed Xingxia down and hurried toward Chen Yi. It seemed like Xingxia was trying to tell the group something extremely important. However, she just could not wake up. It was as if she had fallen into someone's dream. The fact that she was trying so hard implied how important it was. "Chen Yi, don't go over there. You'll be burned to death," Mo Fan yelled from 100 meters away. Chen Yi halted in her steps and turned to look at Mo Fan. Mo Fan had spent some time with the fiery sorceress. He knew that she had two kinds of flames. Chen Yi had managed to harm the fiery sorceress once when she was careless, but that didn't mean she would let Chen Yi do it again. The girl was about to get herself killed. "Don't listen to him. Just do as you're told, and you'll be fine." "Are you seriously not listening to me?" Jiang Feng let out a sharp scream when she saw Chen Yi hesitating. Jiang Feng turned toward Mo Fan and snapped, Mind your own business. Mo Fan had no intention of involving himself in others' affairs, but the fiery sorceress had saved his life. He couldn't just stand there and watch this happen. It was most likely that Jiang Feng had found a way to make Chen Yi immune to the fiery sorceress' dark flame. It was hard to tell how long Jiang Feng had been planning this, from the ambush to the transfer, the defensive formation, and now the final killing blow to be executed by Chen Yi. It felt like she had arranged everything. Chen Yi ended up listening to her mother. She stepped into the fiery sorceress domain. It took her great effort to take that step, as it was no different from stepping into the jaws of death. However, she desperately wanted to help her mother escape the sea of agony. She had already suffered for over 10 years. If the fiery sorceress was willing to give up on the fire calamity fruit, she wouldn't hurt the creature. Zhao Yulin and Shi Guo felt their hearts skip a beat. Chen Yi had stepped into the fiery sorceress domain, and there was a chance she would be burned into ashes in the next second. However, it did not happen. Chen Yi was still alive. She was able to step into the fiery sorceress domain perfectly unharmed. Chen Yi opened her eyes and glanced at her body in disbelief. "Go, she's breaking out from the ice," yelled Jiang Feng. Chen Yi was overjoyed. As she thought, her mother would not lie to her. Although she couldn't tell what the reason was, she would worry about it after killing the fiery sorceress. Chen Yi clenched the breaking profaner tightly. The distance of 100 meters didn't take long to cross. She quickened her pace and aimed the sharp tip of the breaking profaner at the fiery sorceress' heart. Mo Fan stared at the scene in astonishment not far away. Chen Yi was able to step into the fiery sorceress' strongest domain. Does her body really have some unique resistance? No, that's not right. Chen Yi was not immune to the dark flame. Chen Yi, stop now. Mo Fan realized the truth in an instant. He burst out screaming, "She! Enough with that!" Jiang Feng screamed from the attic. Under the white cloth, her eyes emitted an eerie glow. It felt like her eyes could penetrate one's body, deep into the soul, which trembled slightly under her gaze. Psychic element. Chen Yi's mother was a psychic magician too. Mo Fan tried to stop Chen Yi, yet when the psychic spell struck him, he lost control of his body and couldn't make any noise. "What are you waiting for? Kill her!" Jiang Feng screamed wildly. After casting the mind control on Mo Fan, she proceeded to cast a powerful psychic spell on Chen Yi. Chapter end. Please guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe.